Hello. Let's just pick up where we left off. Which was we'd been captured. Oh, and we're getting the cutscene again, which is good.
Wake her up.
Uh,
Welcome back, Evangeline.
Finally, this is also the story of an obsessive, manipulative, and ambitious man. This is the story of Caleb Bowen. Wait, where am I?
I'll be the one asking the questions here, girl. My name is Caleb Bowen. I work for the United States government.
Bowen often made that claim, though it was at best a half-truth. Sure, he'd worked for the government once, but that was a long time ago, and he'd been running solo for years.
Do you realize that
That
you
guy in the
trespassed
back,
on a site closed off by the United States
does
government?
he have the oil on
And more
him?
importantly, that you were seen in the company of Professor Harrison Everhart. You may not know this, but Everhart is a subversive individual. We suspect he may be working for the communists.
Bowen
Communism.
kept lying. He knew Harry could be many things, but a communist was definitely not one of them. You better have proof for what you're saying.
You are in no position to demand anything, girl. But even so, I'll show you who Professor Everhart really is. Your father's name was Franklin Drayton. He and his brother Moses ran a workshop in Benoit, Mississippi called Drayton Motors. He
And what does
died
that
in a
have to
work
do with
accident in San
Everhart?
Francisco in 1934. Is that correct?
You've been investigating me? What kind of...
Shut up and listen to what I have to say. Do you recognize
You
anyone
shut up.
besides your father in this photograph?
Wait, is that Professor Everhart?
Oh, correct. Everhart led an expedition to the Pacific in 1934. Your father was part of that expedition.
That was the only truth Bowen told during his conversation with Evangeline.
Your father didn't die in San Francisco, Miss Drayton. He died in excruciating agony, alone and abandoned, on an island in the Pacific, and all because of Professor Everhart. I bet he never told you that, did he? In fact, every member of the Everhart expedition died or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Even the professor's wife, whose strange illness was the impetus for the expedition, vanished under equally mysterious circumstances.
I didn't vanish. I simply fulfilled my destiny, accepting the painful sacrifice my husband planned.
Yeah.
How can you possibly know that?
One of my associates was part of that expedition. She also perished, though not before informing us of what had happened.
Evie was in shock and full of doubt. The professor was a withdrawn and sullen individual and, frankly, really hard to deal with, but could he also be responsible for her father's death? Despite her doubts, she kept silent, and wisely so. She still didn't trust this Bowen fella, regardless of his claim that he worked for the government.
Now you know the kind of person you've gotten involved with, Evangeline. And the kind of trouble you're in. I have a few questions for you. For your own good, I suggest you cooperate. That platform beneath the lake in the Rappahannock River caves, how did you manage to activate it?
What do you want me to say? I don't know.
You must have recognized the girl's cognitive pattern, I'm sure of it. She even mentioned a period of amnesia, just like Peasley.
I hope you're right.
Evangeline had not the slightest idea what those two men were talking about.
Next question. You said a word while you were asleep. Nakotis. Do you know what that means?
It's the first time I've ever heard that word. I swear.
She mentioned the city's name. I heard it myself. She's lying.
Evie
You're an
realized that,
asshole.
unintentionally, her captors had revealed something to her. Nicotis was a city.
Final question. Have you heard of someone named Dr. West?
Herbert West?
I've never heard that name in my life. I swear.
This is a waste of time, Farrell. It's obvious the girl is hiding something, but there are more effective and less traumatic ways of getting that information.
You're right. Proceed.
You expect me to buy that this old geezer with a bow tie works for the government too?
You'll recall I mentioned that Evie was feisty and stubborn as a mule, and whatever they had injected her with wasn't doing much to tame her spirit.
I like to laugh too, Miss Drayton. Please take a look at this. Do you understand this language?
Even though it was written in those puzzling characters, Evie understood the book's title. Nicotic Manuscripts, Non-Linear Displacements Toward the Great Library and Reversible Transfer of Cognitive Pattern.
Tell me, Miss Drayton, what's written in the book cover?
Nicotic manuscripts.
Evie surprised herself. Had she spoken against her will? She couldn't help but translate the book's subtitle as well. She was feeling more and more tired.
That's better, Miss Drayton. Now, open the book.
Why is my
Focus
phone going off?
and listen to my voice.
Oh, shut up.
Listen to
dude.
my voice while you read the book to us. Read the book to us.
Salvek, Kornathun, Nakotas.
What just happened? Am I in my dorm?
No, you are not in your dorm. Even though you think you're in your dorm. Were those gears here before? What am I supposed to do here? Leave, maybe? Oh!
No, Evie was not in her dorm room. Not at all.
I told you weren't in your dorm room. Office of the County Medical Examiner. I can't walk off the edge, can I? Nope. Good. Okay.
Hey, over here, Evangeline. Hey, how are things, kid?
Why are you upside down?
But it can't be. You're alive?
Oh, of course I am, darling. But you have to find a way.
That was not her father, of course.
You must reach Nakotas.
How do you know about Nicotis?
another one of those portals?
Yeah, we just walked through it. Why are you asking if we walked through a portal that we obviously just walked through? What's with the birds?
Good Lord. None of this makes any sense.
It isn't supposed to make sense yet. Oh, are we on a Mobius strip now? I think
This is
we
weird.
are.
Really weird.
Salve Cornathun Nakotas.
Hmm.
Draken Motors?
What
Dad
the?
and Uncle Mo's motor shop in Benoit?
I did mean to go through that. I just wanted to look through it.
This key just appeared, out of the blue.
Hmm. We can't get over there.
Moses, we're running out of money. If we don't get some cash soon, we'll have to shut the shop down. Yeah, well, that's easy for you to say. I've got a daughter to provide for.
Hmm.
You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested by any chance in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific?
Okay, we are seeing the past, I guess?
Papa, don't do it! Don't go to San Francisco, please!
Yeah, don't go there and die. Stay here and starve. Hmm.
Hey, what just happened?
Gravity shift.
It'll only be a few days, Jitterbug. I'll be back before you can say Jack Robinson.
Jack Robinson. Jack Robinson. See, you said it twice. You still aren't back. Okay, that's pretty cool how they did that. Oh, I recognize this island.
Drayton is dead, but it doesn't matter. His death brings me closer to an answer. I'll do whatever it takes. The only thing that matters is Nora's life.
That doesn't seem like Harry.
Wait, no. That doesn't sound like the professor at all.
Evie
No, it
realized
doesn't.
Bowen's lies were seeping into her thoughts.
Hmm. There's a portal.
Frank, how do you feel?
Not good. But that doesn't matter anymore, Mr. Harry. Just listen to me.
That seems
Get
more
off
likely.
this cursed island. You'll find nothing here but death. Go back home. Spend what time you've got left with your wife. And there's another thing I want to ask of you.
Can we examine the grave before we go through the portal?
Where am I now?
This was your dream, except there was a giant lizard there.
Who are you?
Salve Cornafun Nakotas.
The great engineer?
Well, if he engineered all this, he must be pretty good at least. We'll see about great, but like I said, definitely pretty damn good. Want to check these side areas before going up the obvious path in the middle. Because that's the obvious path. And seemingly the only path with anything.
Salve Cornafun Nakotas.
Oh! Hello,
Incredible.
old one.
Did you hear that? We were right. We finally found the coordinates. At last we know where Nakotas lies. Thanks for your cooperation, Miss Drayton.
About an hour after Evangeline had her otherworldly vision,
Finally, I'm inside.
Harry snuck into the same building where she was being kept captive.
I'm not leaving here without Evangeline.
Good to hear it.
Miss Drayton, are you there?
What the...
What on earth?
Harry had always suspected that the Starry Wisdom was something far more sinister than a simple astronomical society. And as soon as he stepped into their inner sanctum, his worst fears were confirmed.
Anubis, Egyptian god of the underworld. fertility and life and Lord of the Nile.
Okay.
Thoth, god of intelligence and magic. A statue of Horus, Egyptian god of order and justice.
That's Bast.
Goddess of protection and love.
Nothing. Okay, so... Oh. Oh. Here we go.
Egyptian hieroglyphs?
Access to the
Apparently,
Black
only
Pharaoh
way to get
room
into
is
the
strictly
Pharaoh's office is
forbidden.
by getting the right combination on the statues downstairs. And I bet my life that Pharaoh is Caleb Bowen.
Only once the participants have aligned the elements of their statues will the Great Black Pharaoh descend from his chamber to begin the ritual. Okay. So what does that mean?
These people are out of their minds, no doubt about it. And they clearly have a pathological obsession with Egypt.
Only those who have been enlightened know the divine geometry of the tetrahedron, which grants access to the gates of knowledge.
A tetrahedron.
What, I can't take it?
There's a pyramid in the center of this chamber. I wonder if...
You wonder if what?
Certain sections of this pyramid seem to move.
For a moment, Harry wondered whether it was a good idea to mess with the mechanism, but he quickly dismissed the thought. Even if it meant alerting someone, he had to find Evangeline and get out of there.
Okay, so... So we have 2 moons. Oh, well, that... Star. There we go. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, do we have to align it with the room? Is there another clue around? I don't see anything. Was there something else downstairs that would be a clue?
Egyptian hieroglyphs?
Oh, pardon me.
This elevator doesn't seem to have a call button. I don't know what to do with it.
This is where we came in, that's where we came in. Oh. Access to the Black Pharaoh room is strictly forbidden. Black Pharaoh descend.
The doors to the upper rooms are open.
Okay. That was something. Okay, let's see what we can find in the rooms.
This looks like an astronomer's office. So these freaks have masks, code names, and hieroglyphs assigned to each of them.
I think I have the code name for the new member. What do you think of Orion? If we also assign him the hieroglyph we discussed, the symbol would match his mask, just as yours does. Let me know what you think. After all, astronomy is your domain, Pharaoh.
Different constellations. It would take a good eye to locate all of them in the night sky.
Orion and the astronomer have masks similar to the hieroglyphs. Ow! Hmm.
This book seems to recount traditions of ancient Egypt.
Ket, the season of the Nile's flooding. Peret, the season of emergence of crop growth. Shimu, the season of harvest. Oh, it's one of those. There was one of those telescopes on the island.
Heaven's sake, these kooks really are obsessed with ancient Egypt.
Oh. Hello, Jerry. Thank you for the follow. What are you up to tonight? If you want to say, if you just want to sit back and watch and lurk, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. Chilling is great. So do you have tomorrow off because of the holiday in the US, or are you not even in the US? Or in the US but not get it off? I mean, lots of options here. Play some of this game called Repo. Okay. Yeah,
An archaeologist's office for sure.
I'm familiar with Repo. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen plenty of it. And it looks fun. Is it fun?
There's something written in German in these pages.
Although Harry's German was a bit rusty, he understood what it meant.
It's very fun. Cool. Maybe I'll give it a try sometime. In Egyptian hieroglyphs, the direction the figures face determines the opposite reading direction. A subtle guide to the reader's eye to navigate realms hidden in stone. Thus, if the characters face right, the text is read from right to left. Conversely, if they face left, the text is read from left to right. Even though these savage traditions disgust me, I have no choice but to accept them. Okay. I guess Harry knows German. Good thing, because I don't. You ever play any like puzzle games like this?
The letter laid bare the
Aruga,
bad
do not.
blood between some of the cult members. Something pretty common when power-hungry fanatics are involved.
Aruga, do not ever address me as Larry during the rituals again. Proper names are strictly forbidden within these walls. Consider this your final warning. Lynx. Okay. Yeah, I play a lot of different games, a lot of different types of games. So I have played a lot of puzzle games. I've played a lot of non-puzzle games.
This must be the group's official photographer.
So what brought you over here tonight? Not that I mind. I'm just curious.
This guy has been all over the world.
What's in the back room, huh? Well, in case you aren't aware, this game is actually a sequel.
A bin full of discarded prints. A bin full of discarded prints.
Call of the Sea was the first game, and I knew this was a follow-up, but until I got into it, I didn't realize that it was actually a direct
Looks
sequel.
like a device to make prints from photographic film. Trays with various chemical substances. They even have the molecular structures written on the bottles.
We're gonna have to develop a photograph. I can see that now. Oop. Hmm. Oh, no worries. I appreciate you being here and I appreciate the follow. But if you have to run, go for it. No drawers open. Okay, let's...
This office looks expensive. Must belong to some sort of dilettante. What nonsense are they
Position,
talking about
name,
now?
role, code name, hieroglyph. Initiates must correctly align the elements beneath the statue representing their masks, as well as the number that marks their position in the monthly ritual. Initiates must correctly, yeah, position, name, role, code name, hieroglyph. Ah, sorry, coughing. Oh, we've been jumping around in the notes here, I guess. Credentials, their position in that month's order of the ritual. We're gonna stop calling me Larry, signed Lynx. what can we find in here? Tuesday
October
the 29th.
29th. You have to be some kind of narcissist to snap a pic of yourself. Especially if it's just to show off your muscles.
Built like a brick house. She's a brick house.
The robbery at my house
She's
could have gone
mighty,
way worse,
mighty.
all things considered.
Don't see why Pharaoh put so much faith in Eridanus. He's nothing more than a big-headed fool. I knew he wouldn't be able to fetch that statuette. What good were all his hypnosis tricks? Would have been a heck of a lot easier just to send me. I'm the strongest and largest in the group after all. Couple of punches and we'd have that relic by now. That really didn't tell me much, did it? He is the strongest and largest. Eridanus stole the statuette with hypnosis.
Just an office. But this couch, maybe from a psychiatrist's office?
Could be. Could be taken on holiday.
This metronome still makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, okay, this would be the psychiatrist.
He sounds glad to be rid of him.
At last I'm getting rid of that idiot, at least in the rituals. It was about time. And today's the 29th, and that was written the 28th.
Pharaoh already announced the ritual positions. I'll have to be next to Orion nearly all year.
Harry immediately recognized the voice of Dr. Frog-in-the-Throat.
I've always despised spoiled rich kids, and Orion's no exception. I'll have to pretend I tolerate him, but luckily I'm fairly skilled at pretending.
So the good doctor tried to make off with pieces of the Black Ooze statuette. Wrong move, pal.
You're almost always next to Orion in the ritual. I've always despised rich kids. From the first Cat, this is the first rotation where I don't have to go next to him in the ritual. Was there more there that I missed?
Pharaoh already announced the ritual positions. I'll have to be next to Orion nearly all year.
Harry immediately recognized the voice of Dr. Frog-in-the-Throat.
I've always despised spoiled rich kids, and Orion's no exception. I'll have to pretend I tolerate him, but luckily I'm fairly skilled at pretending.
Professor Harrison Moulter,
This is my
Everhart.
prescription from
The
Dr.
patient presents
Frog-in-the-Throat.
chronic insomnia accompanied by panic episodes. Phenobarbital, 1 tablet. Instruct patient to take an additional dose in case of a panic episode. He has a picture of a nurse on his desk. Is that a particular nurse? Rituals of 1955.
So
Felix's
they've been
camera.
doing this for a while now. A roll of film. I wonder what's on it.
Told you we'd be developing a picture. Whoop. I keep hitting that button when I shouldn't. did that noise suddenly come from?
This looks like a biologist's office.
Dip the exposed photographic paper into the 3 tubs of chemicals. Developer, stop bath, and fixer. Okay, so that second one is number 1, the first one is number 2, and the third is number 3. What's with that skull? Huh? I mean, the Nautilus shells are one thing, but that skull? That doesn't look right. Hmm.
They rotated the positions. What does that mean?
Go last, and I didn't like it.
I'm sure I could name all the fish in this aquarium.
Much to his dismay, Harry had become something of an expert on fish, especially those with striking spotted patterns.
Gee, I wonder why.
The shelf is packed with every kind of specimen. Looks like it came straight out of Dr. Frankenstein's lab.
Okay, so the dark room was back here. Okay, so first here. Then here. And then here.
Good. I've developed the photo.
Okay, so what does that tell us? Hmm. I hated being last in the previous. Oh, I missed a note for the biologist. Let's go back and find that. Biologist, huh? It's this one over here. What did I miss?
This shelf is packed with every kind of specimen. Looks like it came straight out of Dr. Frankenstein's lab.
Oh,
Hanging your college diploma on the wall while you're in some sort of weird cult doesn't strike me as the smartest idea.
okay, so Patricia is the biologist. She was last in the previous rotation. Last time I had to go last and I didn't like it. What the? Feel like there should be another note somewhere. Oh, there we go.
Looks like even kooky cultists have a love life. Who would have thought?
Life isn't all hocus pocus. Just say the word and we'll have a drink sometime, sweetheart. Howard. Okay, so on the 29th, so she was last previously. Cat. So if she was last previously, she was, let's see, October 20, so she was, Orion and the astronomer have mass similar to their hieroglyphs. Let's see if we can figure one of these out now. Whoop, wrong way. Hmm. Oh, these must be the new rotations then.
Egyptian hieroglyphs?
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's grab a drink. Orion and the astronomer have mass similar to their hieroglyphs. So we're on the third cat. Which would be the third line there. Okay, so she's second now. So she was last. Now she's second. And she had a cat mask, so Bast. Don't know that yet. So we need to figure out, or we can brute force. Code name. Photographer Felix. Oh, so the psychiatrist is Arandis. The archaeologist is Ryuga. And Orion is a him, so he's not, so she is not Orion or Lynx. Am I wrong about something there? So if I'm right about the symbol, then she is second. And her name is Patricia. Role is biologist. We're gonna brute force this. Or not.
Bastard. Goddess of protection and love.
Let's get back in here. What am I missing? The archaeologist is Larry. Photographer, the psychiatrist, Dr. Eugene Kingsley. Photographer Felix. From the, okay. I can figure this out. Hmm. First, where you're not next to them. Oh. Okay. So you're one of those two. The little chick with the stair lines or the crocodile. I have to stop closing that. So Eugene Kingsley. Oh, biggest and tallest is crocodile. So that has got to be dilettante. Signed Howard. Okay, do we have a crocodile? Crocodile. So your position is first.
That is Sobek, god of fertility and life and lord of the Nile. This elevator doesn't seem to have a call button. I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, and then press the button.
Nope, I'm getting something wrong.
Oh, do we have to do all of them? Probably. And the archaeologist is Lynx. Psychiatrist. Who was the psychiatrist? It's got to be Anubis. Which would be this one.
Thoth, god of intelligence and magic.
He's the strongest and largest. How can I tell which one is whom? If I'm right about that, then he's 1, 2, 3, 4th.
Anubis, Egyptian god of the underworld.
Oh, Orion and the Astronomer have mass similar. So the Astronomer and Orion. So who is Orion? Who is Orion? Well, Larry is Lynx. Can we find out anything else here? Find Howard. So the psychiatrist is definitely Eugene and Uranus. So if Orion... If Orion is that bird, then oh, you've got to be that one. Yep. position are you? Then you are position 3. Okay. So that one should be right.
Nope, I'm getting something wrong.
Hmm. So 1, Orion, actually, do I know that I'm guessing his name is Howard. Oh, right, the photographer would be the one who wasn't in the picture. To Eugene Psychiatrist Eratus. Okay, so that should be correct. And this would be Felix. Archaeologist, biologist, astronomer, psychiatrist. Okay, let's set what we can. Biologist, Lynx. No, Lynx is wrong. The archaeologist is Lynx. Hmm. So let's clear that, because we don't know that. That I'm pretty sure about. Okay, what do we know about symbols here? we sure about all of those? Photographer is the photographer, Felix, is the archaeologist. And if I'm right about the symbols, then let's see, Patricia is 2. Photographer is 4. And this guy is 5. Orion, we don't know. Felix. We have 2 Orions. Oh, yeah. Oh no, wait, that is Orion. Orion. Orion and the Astronomer. That one I'm sure of. So... Received letter, archaeologist. Stop calling me Larry, signed Lynx. So Larry is Lynx, and the archaeologist is Aruga. Stop calling me Larry, signed Lynx. Okay, so Patricia is not Lynx. How do I keep losing them? She's not Lynx. She must be Corvus. I would make this Larry. The biologist, maybe? Oh no, because Patricia's a biologist. Astronomer. That took a long time
Nope,
to figure
I'm
out.
getting something wrong.
Let's see, she was... So she's 2. Patricia, biologist. Eugene, psychologist, array. Yeah. See, I'm almost always next to Orion in the ritual. Always despised rich kids. Mm, Okay, I'm fairly certain about that one. Our dilettante, Orion. I don't have to be next to him. Felix is a Ruga and the archaeologist. So what do I have wrong? Huh? Orion and the astronomer. So the astronomer
A statue of Horus, Egyptian god of order and justice. This isn't right.
Damn it. Once the participants have aligned with the great Patricia is the biologist, and she was last in the previous rotation. Patricia, the biologist. Let's just clear out everything we aren't sure of. And if she was last in the previous rotation, then that makes her that symbol. Okay. Psychiatrist Eugene and Arandis, psychiatrist. Almost always next to Orion in the ritual. I've always despised rich kids. From the first Ekhet, this is the first rotation where I don't have to go next to him. In the ritual. And Orion is that symbol. So oh, wait. and photographer. She is definitely number 2. And Corvus is the one that we don't have.
Nope, I'm getting something wrong.
Okay, we're clearing out what I'm not absolutely certain of. One. Oh, I swapped their symbols. I didn't swap their position, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3.
Damn it, it didn't work. I need to go over it again.
Oh. There we go. That took
That elevator.
significant amount of
Must be
time.
access to Bowen's office. Evangeline has to be there. I'm sure of it.
As he rode the elevator up, Harry regretted not bringing a weapon. What if Bowen was still up there?
All right. Let's see what you're hiding here, you scoundrel. Consciousness exchange? Is he talking about mind swapping?
Tiphys, Egyptian priest, holds the method to activate the shining trapezohedron. The consciousness exchange will let me access the arcane knowledge lost to time.
Spitsbergen. That's the place in Norway Evangeline mentioned.
The space at Spitsbergen, Aruga says they're keeping one of those creatures frozen in the ice. Maybe we can communicate with it. The girl with Everhart understands its language.
Apparently, that John Teague was Fornax, another cult member.
Narcotics site confirmed very useful information. Fornax died from complications after retrieving the statuette. Ichor is dangerous. We need to decipher the manuscripts. How? Who?
So the cult was on the expedition along with Peasley. How long have they been behind all this?
Rappahannock River Caves, Nathaniel Peasley, Caleb Bowen, John Teague, Patricia Seckler, Eugene Kingsley, and Larry Monroe. Narcotic ruins matching structures in the caves of the Rappahannock River, Virginia. Where is the city?
Well, looks like they give this medal to just about anyone.
In recognition of his extraordinary service and dedication to the Office of Strategic Services for acts carried out in defense of liberty and the security of the United States during a time of global conflict, presented by the President of the United States, Harry S. Truman, Washington, D.C. Pardon me, 1948. Locked? No, it's not locked, but we aren't going in there yet.
Say, isn't that Senator McCarthy?
Indeed. Caleb's friend Joe was none other than Senator Joseph McCarthy, who led the infamous witch hunts against alleged communists.
Oh, great.
That doesn't sound good at all. And what's this Azathoth business?
Unravel the mysteries of the shining trapezohedron, bring forth the black man, depart for the throne of Azathoth at the center of final chaos.
I knew Bowen would never abandon his Nazi pals.
Bowen, I confirm that we will bring Felix Stahl to America. We will do so under Operation Paperclip. However, you need to put aside all that esoteric nonsense. It makes you lose credibility with the people in Washington. Sincerely, Werner von Braun.
I knew...
Oh. I've seen rocks like that before. What the?
This creature seems vaguely familiar.
Yeah, it's not quite your wife, but,
Dr. West?
Dr. West, a human name in manuscripts from 250 million years ago. Impossible. Impossible, even.
Evangeline had to be on the other side of that door, no doubt about it. But Harry stopped before entering. Was there anything left for him to find in Caleb Bowen's office?
There may be something important here. I can come back later.
Ding, 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 ding. I think it's just trying to make me doubt myself. I'm going.
Evangeline had to be on the other side of that door, no doubt about it. But Harry stopped before entering. Was there anything left for him to find in Caleb Bowen's office?
Please
Go
be
inside.
all right, Evangeline.
Yeah, especially since I backed out of go.
Let's go, Miss Drayton. We have to get out of here.
Look, it's the engineer. I've seen one of those creatures before. In my dreams. In the Stone City, in the jungle. He spoke to me in my dreams, Professor. I have
Forget about it, Miss Drayton. We'd have to call the police and...
Calling the police won't do any good, Professor. We have to go to Spitzbergen. I need to talk with him, with the great engineer.
Miss Drayton, don't you realize this doesn't make any sense? We can't chase Bowen and his...
No, you don't understand. Bowen isn't in Spitzbergen. He's on his way to the city, on his way to Nicotis.
Harry couldn't believe what he had just heard. Evangeline had mentioned a place he had known in dreams, long ago. So long ago, he had nearly forgotten it.
I had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world.
All these questions came crashing down on Harry. And suddenly, he wasn't so convinced anymore. Before boarding the plane to Norway, Evie and Harry talked about the trip. About where they'd be stopping over. About what they'd do once
That
they got to
elevator puzzle
Spitsbergen.
was
They
nasty.
talked about bringing plenty of warm clothing and gear and supplies to make it through. They talked about getting their documents and passports in order. They even talked about the strange city they had both dreamt of. But Evie knew there was something they hadn't talked about. A question she didn't know how to ask the professor, because every time she'd tried, the right words never came out. But a long
Hey,
flight
Nova
leaves
Scotia.
plenty of time to think.
Professor,
Yes?
when I was being held by that man, Bowen, he showed me a picture of you. A picture of you and my father in the Pacific. Did you know my father, Professor?
And then, it was Harry who didn't know how to find the right words. Because even though he'd been waiting years for that question, he still didn't know how to answer it. Evie took Harry's silence as a yes.
How come you never told me you knew my father?
You never asked.
Oh,
What
cut
do you
the
mean I
crap.
never asked? What kind of an answer is that?
Evie was furious. That petty, childish excuse didn't suit the professor at all.
Look, I wanted to.
You wanted what? Just talk, for God's sake.
All right. I'll explain everything.
Good. We've got plenty of time to spare before we land.
My wife, Nora, was diagnosed with an incurable disease. The same hereditary illness of unknown origin that had struck her mother before her. The doctors had no answer. So I decided to find it myself. I never imagined the answer would take me so far away. To a remote island in the Pacific. Back then, I didn't have the financial independence I have now. So I had to raise money and put a team together. Do you remember the night before your father left for work in San Francisco? You were probably 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, God. Yes, I remember.
Ow.
I remember a beautiful, dark-haired woman, a nervous, scrawny guy, and a man who seemed really happy about something.
I'll never forget those words. You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested, by any chance, in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific? That's right. Frank agreed to come with us to the
Ow.
island. It pained him to leave you and your mother back in Mississippi, but he needed the money and I was paying very well. But that island wasn't what we expected. There was something there that... Let's just say there are forces in this world that mankind ought not to meddle with, Miss Drayton. Things like the Black Ooze, and on that island...
This is a
it was
story from
everywhere.
Call of the Sea.
I told you, it's the most dangerous
Actually,
substance I've ever
backstory
come across.
prior to Call of the
We found
Sea.
that out when one of the expedition members came into contact with it. It was him, driven mad, who attacked your father. Just a shallow cut with an ancient dagger, but enough to infect him with that black liquid. That is what took Frank's life. I did what I could to look after him, but that infection, it was beyond anything I could handle. His final words still haunt me. Harry, please look after my wife and my little girl. And that's what I've been trying to do all these years, though evidently not as well as I might have done.
Evie was speechless. She could not believe it.
Take care of me? What are you talking about? I just met you a week ago. I've never had anyone except my mother. And the only help we ever got was from the insurance checks. What kind of help are you—
There was no insurance, Evangeline.
What?
Harry decided that since he'd started telling the truth, he wouldn't stop halfway.
I am the Hydrangea Foundation. Hydrangeas were just Nora's favorite flowers, that's all.
And then Evie understood. She understood the strange and painful sacrifice that man had made.
I wasn't the one who drove that dagger into your father, but I dragged him
Well.
to that island and didn't listen when he told me we had to leave.
Harry had spent a long time avoiding the truth of what had happened nearly 30 years before on that island in the Pacific. But for the first time in ages, he was forced to face it.
So yes, your father died because of me. I can't tell you how sorry I am. I won't be so foolish as to ask for your forgiveness. I know I have no right to it. I understand how you must feel now. I understand that you hate me.
Yeah, I'm gonna confront
You
him,
could
but
have
forgive
told
him.
me.
I know. But I'm a coward. All I've ever done is avoid responsibility.
Could be. But you've also risked your own life to save mine.
I owed you that.
And you've paid for my schooling? That's not what a miserable man does.
I only did it because I had the money. And because I felt guilty.
Look, Professor. You insist on painting yourself as a horrible person. But I don't think that's true. I think you're just a sad and lonely man who's shouldering more guilt than anyone should have to.
Harry was puzzled. He hadn't expected this. In a strange way, Evie's forgiveness made him feel uncomfortable. Didn't
Yeah,
he deserve
I can see
punishment
that.
for what he'd done? Evie's decision had made him doubt. Perhaps it was time to move on.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
I'm sure I am. Believe me.
And after that, Evie and Harry remained silent for the rest of the flight.
How many more hours was that?
Despite having talked about it, Evangeline and Harry were not prepared for the freezing cold they would face on that remote Norwegian island. Although weather would be the least of their problems in that place.
Oh, look at the tracks it leaves in the snow. Looking for secrets. Oh, did you see her run?
God, this is unbearable. Professor, are you sure you're all right? You should have brought a couple more layers.
Don't worry, Miss Drayton. I'll be fine.
Harry hadn't always been like that. He used to like heat. But 3 months stranded on a Pacific island had changed his preferences.
Look at that up there. Can we get to it going this way? Nope.
What we
And
saw
it's
in
too
Bowen's
cold to
office?
run.
The Black Pharaoh, Azathoth, and all that? What do you think it means?
Just the ramblings of a madman, I'm sure of it. I'm actually more worried about the other things. Spitsbergen, the statue, your memory loss, and your dreams about that creature. Too much of a coincidence, isn't it?
So that's probably the path, but let's look over here anyway. Yep, she's not following.
This sign, it's written in Norwegian. I guess we're close.
Spitsbergen.
Do you really believe it's possible to switch minds?
Honestly, Miss Drayton, I have no clue what we're dealing with. But whatever it is, we'd better stop Bowen as soon as possible.
Here it is, the radio station.
Okay.
The storm is getting stronger.
We'd better stay close to each other, Professor.
Let's see what's over here first.
This looks like the station's garage. I wonder why they left vehicles
Whoop.
in here.
Maybe they left in a hurry?
It's not working. It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked.
Okay, let's follow this line.
This must be the generator room. But it's locked.
Because of course it's locked.
I can see some banners on the building. They look like... Oh.
They are.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
As well you should.
Just as I thought. No power in here.
We should look for the key to that generator room. It must be around here some... This machinery hasn't been used for years. It's junk. Interesting. Very interesting. But it won't help me bring the power back on. No, the door won't budge.
Key to the generator room.
Not yet. I've got to get the generator running before I can get any work done.
Could the key be up here? It's not going to be out there.
I'll have to take a look at it later. Right now, I need to get the power running in this station. This might come in handy, but not right now. I need to get the power on in here first. Not yet. I've got to get the generator running before I can
Well,
get the
help
work
me
done.
find the key, buddy.
Interesting. Very interesting. But it won't help me bring the power back on. This must be the key to the generator room.
Okay. Let's go get the generator working. Is she coming? She's coming. Get in here. Did you come in here?
Hey, what the...
The current must have caused a power surge in that distribution panel up there. Let me take a look. Maybe I can fix it. Okay. Darn it. This fuse box is sealed. You don't happen to have a screwdriver on you, do you?
No,
Nope.
sorry, I left it in my other coat. With the field microscope, the flare gun, and the cannonball.
Perfect. This'll do.
Anything else here I need? Maybe the blowtorch?
An old fuse box. And it looks like it still works. Even after years under this weather.
What's the problem?
Well, the whole base runs on an interlock circuit.
What does that mean? I know nothing of technical stuff, and you know it.
Come
It
on.
means that for the power to reach the antenna, you'll have to manually turn on each switch in order.
You mean I have to look for switches all over the base?
That's right. I'll route the power from this fuse box, and then you turn it on.
Fine. Stay put. I'll get back to you.
Your turn, Professor.
The entry post is completely wrecked. What happened here?
You're in charge now.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
Please, by all means.
That one.
Up to you now, Professor.
Nope. That's what I want.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
You're in charge now.
It's not working. Your turn, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked.
Is there a switch in here? I don't see a switch in here.
All of these rusty gadgets are useless. Evangeline, I see a...
Harry hesitated to say the words because of how absurd they might sound.
space ship of some sort?
A spaceship? You mean like a flying saucer?
Nope. Not this one. And we have to get back down there. It's probably in that shed, right? Oh yeah, I should have.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
You're in charge now. Up to you now, Professor.
Okay, I hadn't been over here. There's the switch.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
The mess hall. Or what's left of it. Please, by all means.
Your turn, Professor.
And it should be up the hill, right? Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
This storage room's a complete mess.
Like everything else in the station, it seems.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
You're in charge now.
Ugh. Don't look at those. Up we go. And
Yes,
we
did
turn that on.
We're good. Power's on. I'm heading back to the antenna, Professor.
it. Okay, Evangeline. Huh. Wasn't expecting to see one of these here.
What are you talking about?
It's an Enigma machine. A message encryption device the Nazis used to encode top-secret messages.
But how could you possibly know that?
I worked in intelligence during World War II. Obviously, I was too old to be sent to the front lines. And I can't see a thing without my glasses. But the OSS thought someone like me could be useful cracking codes. So they sent me to Fort Meade, Maryland, to the Signal Security Agency building.
The sky is guarded. The door is ajar.
Hendricks requested a transfer to Europe last week. He's a man of action, no doubt about it. Russell's desk is always a mess. He's probably on a cigarette break.
Nora and
I
Harry.
always keep this photograph close. The set of
Cipher
components that
message
makes Enigma's
reader,
encryption
interchangeable
possible.
rotor disc, main dial, front cover, cable pairing. One, two, three, four, five, six.
We worked hand in hand with the Brits. They'd already managed to crack Enigma, so we hoped their work could help us break JN-25, the Japanese naval encryption system.
What was I no. One goes there, three goes there. Okay, let's see. Swap 1 to 2 and 3 there. Do I have to do anything with that or not?
Enigma decoding instructions.
Check the first 3 letters of the message to decrypt, then find them in column 5. Configure the machine with elements from that row. Column 1 allows you to check the day the message was sent. First 3 letters of the encrypted message. Day of the message, 13. 312. Dial 11123. Actually, let's see, what was it? 312. Okay, and the dials should be 11123. DIUM. D I U M. FHP. Cipher message reader.
This is the message that needs to be deciphered.
GMR. 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 Date of the message 13. Okay, well, let's take another look at that. I don't see. Okay, well, let's see. Interchangeable rotor discs, main dial, front cover, cable pairing, initiate decryption process.
I don't rightly know what we'd have
Close,
done
you'll find
without
the
Turing
revised
and his
procedure
people
for
over at
decrypting the
Bletchley Park.
latest Enigma intercepts as well as a sample code. Pay particular attention to router settings and begin with yesterday's indicator group. The plugboard configuration will change. See attached cipher sheet.
I really doubt this is how Nora pictures my...
Hmm. For the following message, and GMR the first three. Date of the message, code. FHP. Three 112 11123. Unless 1 11 23 What the heck, game? Mm. Cipher message reader. Interchangeable rotor discs. Was there something else over here? No. Three 112 312 11123 11123 main dial, then front cover cable pairing, DIUM. DIUM. initiate decryption process.
Enigma decoding instructions.
Check the first 3 letters of the message to decrypt, then find them in column 5. Configure the machine with the elements from that row. Column 1 allows you to check. Okay. For the following message, GMR. But GMR is not in the list here. Oh, it is. How did I miss it every other time? 312, 312. 1526-1. 1526-1. 1526-1. UAWF. UAWF. Well done, you have decrypted the message correctly.
Maybe we can use their deconstruction process and adapt it to crack the Japanese ciphers. Unfortunately, working for the government also means working for the occasional undesirable individual.
Such as Bowen? Cordless.
Yes?
Professor, this is Caleb Bowen speaking.
Bowen?
It's been weeks since the British handed over everything they had on Enigma. Do you know yet if that encryption model will help us decode JN-25? You have to understand, Professor. Washington is starting to get uneasy. I'll try to buy you some time, but I can't assure you anything.
There are similarities between both encryption systems, but they're not identical. The Japanese use additive methods, as we've seen in earlier models.
When do you think it will be ready?
Cryptography is not an exact science, Bowen. We're making progress, that's all.
Very well. I'll report that to Washington. Professor, hear me out on this. You're doing an excellent job. But please understand
Listen, Bowen. The only reason I'm doing this is for my country. And one thing's clear to me. The less we deal with each other, the better. So frankly, don't bother trying to butter me up.
Professor, we have more in common than you think. Why do you insist on making us enemies?
Look, no matter how much you try to deny it, I know you're still a damn Nazi. And though I've never been able to prove it, I also know you had something to do with the sabotage of my expedition.
Not at all, Professor. You refused our funding, and that was the end of it.
Right.
Oh,
And you had no prior connection to Miss Cassandra Dexter Ward, is that correct?
As I've already told you 1,000 times, I met Miss Ward when she came to our society with you, asking for money.
So, it was all just a coincidence, right?
Of course. Coincidences do happen, Professor.
if they didn't, they
Listen
wouldn't
to
be
me,
called
you
coincidences.
disgusting little man. I have things to attend to. Do us both a favor and don't call again. What a moron.
Yep, see cordless phone. Okay, we're gonna back out of that for now.
This encrypted message is rather short. I wonder what it contains.
January 1943.
1943. That means January 1943.
And we are in 51.
Februar 1943.
A
There's
wire.
some sort of cable here.
Oh,
No use. It's encrypted.
and the first three letters are gone.
An encrypted message.
Let's
What on
see.
earth were they doing in this place?
No one suspects what we're doing here. It was Adler who had the idea of hiding the ZNPC beneath a radio antenna. He's the only general who believes in the project. Voight and Honenberg are just following orders, and Klopke seems more interested in his esoteric charlatanry. But Adler trusts that the success of the ZNPC will secure the Reich's victory. If our research is correct, we might be able to turn the course of the war.
ZNPC.
Sounds like a secret
Yesterday-
Nazi project, doesn't it?
Yesterday we received the code instructions for the laboratory's door, but we're still missing the general's assigned numbers. Intelligence says it will most certainly arrive tomorrow. Until then, entrance to the ZNPC is strictly forbidden. Did that have a date on it?
Boy, this radio station gets creepier every minute.
Yes, I can feel a shiver down my spine. And it's not the cold.
See, Otto is dead, my good friend consumed by that black floating polyp. Only his shadow remained. The rest of the team insists on halting the project, but won't do it. But I won't do it. Not until the orders come directly from Berlin. Otto believed in it, and I believe in it too. ZNPC is the key for our victory. Well, good thing you got stopped.
Operation Weserübung. The Nazi occupation of Northern Europe. Looks like a workers' registry from 1943. That guy with the white hair must be the senior one. What a creepy looking face he has. A monocle. He must be upper class. This guy looks like a bureaucrat.
Otto dies. Yesterday we received the lab's door code instructions, but we're still missing the general's assigned numbers. Okay, what am I missing?
It's the Dienstausweis
Otto
of an
Adler?
SS Oberstgruppenführer. Some Otto Adler.
English, please?
Oh, sorry, it's the ID of a Nazi general.
Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Let's take that one first. Nope. UZW. UZW. On the 25th. 231. 231 23 13 2 23 13 2 GEFM. GEFM.
The Nazis probably abandoned the base. That's why this message was never received.
Final communication. All survivors must leave station ZNP and return to Berlin. The area will be quarantined. Do not expect any more communications. This is the last message that this station will receive. Heil Hitler. BDA. BDA. January 1st, 321. $19.25.6. PWCR. P W C R.
Code. I wonder.
Could that be the code to access the reinforced door, Professor?
Code changes every 10 days starting today. New code, general's assigned number and current day. Only the current commanding general may initiate the code change. If unavailable, the previous commander is authorized to initiate the code change. Okay, so when did that message get here? Labs door code instructions. Yesterday we received the lab's door code instructions, but we're still missing the general's assigned numbers. Okay, so yesterday was that one. And that one was BDA, which was January 1st. So PEW 312. (2016-1). MFKW. MFKW. KQ. (2016-1) MFKW. MF. Why do I keep saying KW? MFKQ. Lab store code instructions, which were received on the 1st. Three one two 2016-1 MFKQ. MFKQ. What am I missing here? Was there another BDA and I just happened... Nope, there's just the one. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I bloody well missing? I'm missing the date they received it, I guess. The only general...
A reinforced door. You still think this is just a radio
All right, I've got to admit, this is weird as hell.
Yesterday we received the codes for the laboratory's door, but we're still missing the general's assigned numbers. Intelligence says they'll most certainly arrive tomorrow. Until then, entrance to ZNPC is strictly forbidden. Oh, intelligence says they'll most certainly arrive tomorrow. So it's the day. I was going for the 2nd. Otto is dead, my good friend. Yep. So that message should have arrived on the 3rd. So back up we go. One, 3, 2. One, 3, 2. 15, 25, 25. 15, 25, 25. ZIHP. Where is... H? Damn it.
German names with numbers assigned.
Okay. So codes change every 10 days starting from today, which is the 1st. Code general's assigned number and day. If current general is absent, previous general is in charge. Last communication was UZ was on the 25th. So on the 25th, it was Voight. And Voight was 54. And it's not going to be 25, is it?
or the door won't.
So it was set on the 19th. By Adler. Otto Adler, right? Otto Adler, which means Honenberg was in charge, and Honenberg's number 9519. There we go. That was easier than the elevator. Oh, she just kind of zipped
So
in
the station
immediately.
was just a cover-up. But I wonder what for.
Whatever it is, we're going to find out. And soon.
Harry tried to keep his composure when he saw the oily shadow. He didn't want to alarm Evie.
I think this is as good a place as any, and better than some, to call it for tonight. So I am going to end here for tonight and go take something for this cough and get a drink and uh, I might be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna definitely try to be back on sometime this week. In the meantime, if you're in an area that celebrates it, I hope you have a good Memorial Day tomorrow and a day off to celebrate it. Either way, I hope you have a good Monday and a good rest of your week. So have a good night, everyone. I will see you back here soon. Good night, everyone. Good night.